What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back, guys. Again, my name's Austin. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. We're going to be doing some sports betting again. We're going to go over the Tampa Bay and Kansas City game that we just witnessed tonight on Monday night. And then we're going to jump ahead and really already dive into Thursday night football. We got Ravens and Bengals. That's a huge division matchup right there in the AFC North. Could have some big implications on what's going to happen at the end of the season with how that division finishes. Right now it's wide open. You got the Steelers in the lead with the Ravens, and Bengals are trailing right behind. Obviously the Browns have been trash, so count them out already for the most part. But let's talk about real quick the Buccaneers and Chiefs game. If you guys don't want to listen to the recap, go ahead and skip ahead. I'll put a little timestamp down here at the bottom. You can skip ahead into the Thursday night football stuff. But let's go over this game real quick. We had Buccaneers sitting at 4-4. We had the Chiefs sitting at 8-0. I went over this game in my last video. I talked a little bit about the spread, the money line, and the overs and unders. I told you guys I was going to watch these lines closely as we move closer to game time. I did not give out a free bet on this channel because most of the time my sportsbook plays are to my VIPs only. I will tell you, I gave my VIPs Chiefs minus 5.5 as well as the over to hit at 43.5. So I actually bought some points down on the spread and bought some points down on the over under. Parlayed those together and it gave us a nice payout. So just looking at it, I told you guys yesterday, Chiefs minus 9 it could probably hit. In my humble opinion, I thought Chiefs might actually cover that spread, but I also said it was not a bet that I was willing to take because a 9-point spread in the NFL is just huge. Ravens did it against the Broncos, but it's rare for that type of spread to hit. 7.5, I told y'all again, that is a sucker bet. Do not take 7-point spreads or 7.5-point spreads in the NFL. Buy those either up to 9 points or down to 5. Don't mess with 7-point spreads. That's how you lose in sports betting when it comes to football. So what did I do here? I bumped it down to 5.5. Chiefs minus 9. There was actually more money on the Buccaneers to cover that. But looking at the line movement here, opened up at plus 7.5 plus 7.5 for the Buccaneers, minus 7.5 for the Chiefs. It moved in favor of the Chiefs to minus 9. Well, it went from 7.5, again, I'm going to show you, 7.5 points for the Chiefs to 9 points for the Chiefs, but the money did not show that should have been the bet. All right, the money was pretty even, but they bumped it towards the Chiefs, and I didn't feel comfortable betting that big of a spread, so I actually moved it not only from the original 7.5, but I liked it at 5.5. Because if you're going to take 7.5, you might as well take that 9. It just doesn't make sense to take a 7.5-point spread. So I really didn't feel comfortable with that. I bought it to 5.5, and because I did that, the odds were minus 220. Not great odds to actually get a good payout, but that was almost a guaranteed winner, which turned out it really wasn't guaranteed. Nothing in sports betting is guaranteed. It took overtime for the Chiefs to actually cover that, and we barely scraped by with the win here. But we still won. A win is a win is a win is a win. Always, no matter what, if you win, it's a good day on the books. And the over here, the over and under, it opened up at 40. This says it opened up at 45.5. According to Pinnacle, the sharpest book in the world, it opened up at 44.5. Well, opened at 44.5. All this money, 83% of the money from the public bettors was on the over. Well, Pinnacle's not going to budge for public bettors. They're only going to budge for sharp bettors. Okay, they're a sharp book. They go off of sharp action, and people were hitting the over at 44.5, so it bumped up to 45.5. It did get up to 46 on Pinnacle as well as the consensus. It ended out at 46. Yesterday when I was looking at this, it was still at 45.5. This was the closing line here, 46. Well, I actually bought that down to 43.5. It would have covered either way. Obviously, we went over 46 anyways, but to be safe, I bought it down to 43.5. Parlay those together. Got us a good payout. We ended up having plus odds on that payout. Just wanted to recap that one real quick. The VIPs hit. If you're in my VIPs and you hit and you tailed, congratulations. Comment below. Let me know if you did tail that one. Give me a thumbs up or something. We had a good day for that one on Monday Night Football. The player prop slip that I gave out yesterday did not hit. That was a loss for us there. Xavier Worthy did not even have a catch. had 2 targets, did not even record a catch. That was an absolute bad beat there. And then Baker Mayfield, we had him over passing yards. He I don't remember exactly what he finished with. I think it was 199 passing yards. He went under, so those picks did not hit. The free pick obviously hit with Mahomes going over half a yard if you're new to the sleeper app like I gave you yesterday. But nonetheless, we still hit on the sportsbooks. Sportsbooks have been hot for us. Obviously, I was honest. I told you guys yesterday was absolutely my worst day ever betting on the NFL. Went 0 for 3 on the sportsbooks, but we bounced back today. We hit that, made some money back. Now we're ready to go for Thursday Night Football. So with that being said, let's jump on over to Thursday Night Football. We're going to look at this game here. This is the Bengals and Ravens, like I said. AFC North matchup. You got Bengals 4-5 right now. Baltimore sitting at 6-3. Pretty big difference right now as we get down through the season. 2 games could mean a lot. So this game has a lot at stake here for the Bengals and the Ravens, especially the Bengals. If the Bengals can get one back here and go 5-5, causing the Ravens to go 6-4, that would be huge for them down the road when playoffs come and seeding time comes for where they would be seated at. Looking at the bets here, the money line here, you've got the Ravens obviously favored over the Bengals. Right now, consensus best odds are FanDuel minus 255. Best odds for the Bengals money line is going to be ESPN Bet at plus 220 odds. Looking at the percent of bets and where the handle's at, which is also, in other words, is where the money's at, 14% of the bets are going on the Bengals. Only 24% of money right now is on the Bengals to win. So you get a lot of the percentage coming in on the Ravens as far as the money line goes. The spread's a little different, however. You got the spread sitting at 6, Bengals plus 6, Ravens minus 6. Best odds for this bet is ESPN Bet at minus 105 odds if you're taking the Bengals on the plus side of the spread. If you're taking the minus side of the spread on the Ravens, best odds for that one's on DraftKings at minus 108. This is comparing a bunch of different books here. Percent of bets here is a little bit different. 49% of the bets are going on the Bengals to cover this spread. 51% are going on the Ravens. Okay, on the money side of things, 57% of the money is still going on the Bengals to cover that. 6 points is a pretty big spread, especially we're talking 2 good football teams here. The Bengals just blew out the Raiders, blew the doors right off of them, and the Ravens went into Denver, who everybody was talking up as a playoff contender, the team that might be back. They found their dude in Bo Nix. Well, the Ravens said, "Screw that. We don't give a shit. We're gonna blow you out of the water anyways." So both teams are coming off big wins against AFC West opponents. Personally, I think this is kind of a big spread for this. In my humble opinion, I'm going to dive deeper. I'm going to research this a little bit more and watch how these lines move leading up to game time. I'm not going to put in some bets quite yet. I just want to see where's the money's coming in on the public side of things and how these lines move based on that money disbursement. Then looking at the total here, we got 52.5 is what the line is set at right now. FanDuel is best if you're taking the over, and DraftKings has the best odds if you're taking the under. As of now, things change throughout the week. It's only Monday. It's about 11 o'clock Monday night. We're moving into Tuesday. I'm sure things will move a little bit on Tuesday tomorrow. I'll probably look at this Tuesday night and Wednesday, make my decision if I want to place a bet or not. If you're in on the VIPs, be looking for that. I may even wait till Thursday, leading all the way up till game time, and slap a bet down right before game time. It just depends on when the best time to strike is. But that's what I'm here for, to research that and watch these lines for you guys. On the over, 71% of the bets are taking that over. 83% of the money is on the over. More times than not, the money is going on the over for the public side of things. Public bettors love to take over on totals. They love to take the over on player props. It's just, I don't know if it's like psychological or what. I'm not a psychologist or any type of like mind reader or anything like that, but it just seems like trends show public bettors love the over. So I'm going to watch this one a little bit. I have one on a couple under bets. I don't know what I'm going to do here as far as that goes. I just want to give you guys the lines, show you what they're at, and show you what we're working with as far as that goes right now, where it stands on Monday night. So now let's look into the player prop side of things, guys. I'm still going to stick with sleeper on these. I went back and forth between a bunch of different apps looking for where these props can be found. A lot of apps, you may not have a certain category on one app and you do on a different app. So Sleeper actually has all three of these picks that I found on, I'm using Outlier here. I found these 3 picks that I like. I went out and searched for the app where I can get all 3 of them. I do like BETR, I like Dabble, I like Sleeper, Chalkboard, Underdog, Prizepicks. It does not matter what the app is for me. I just find where the best picks are with the best payouts and try to get winning slips that are going to pay us out. So I'm not like I have to use one specific app or sportsbook. I'm just looking for where the best chance for us to win with the best money and best payout for us to get on these apps. So Sleeper was the one again tonight. You guys know in the summertime I was loving Sleeper with baseball. Chalkboard is actually my favorite with baseball because they had pitcher wins, and we found that Chalkboard cheat code back in the summertime with the pitcher wins category. But Sleeper seems to be the one where I'm finding the best props and the best lines right now. And the props that I'm finding that are winning, I'm not going to say they're guaranteed winners, but the props that I'm finding that are good for us to have the best chance to win end up being on Sleeper. So first one, Roquan Smith, you already see him pulled up here. I'm going to go with his tackles. These are solo tackles. So this is not assists and solo tackles. Make sure you're selecting the right category. This is solo tackles. You see it's highlighted right here. We're going to take the under at 5.5. You guys are probably thinking, Roquan Smith under on tackles? Yes, he's one of the best middle linebackers in the entire league. Has been for a few years now. But as you see here, 14 of his last 17 games, he's gone under this line. Surprisingly, yes. You wouldn't think that he's gone under this line, but we're talking about solo tackles, not tackles with assists as well. Here, obviously, he had this big game where he had 11 tackles. That's going to happen with Roquan Smith. He is one of the best in the league, as I said before. And then you see right here, he had 7 and 7. Most of these games, though, as I said, 14 of the last 17, he's gone under it. A lot of them are right around 5, so it is close. He is getting real close to that line. I think 5.5 is a fair line when you're looking at this graph right here. 5.5 is probably what this line should be set at. But we're going to take the under based on this graph right here. If you look down here, this is his assisted tackles as well. This is a lot higher. He's hitting 7, he's hitting 6, he's hitting 11 again here. He is hitting higher when you add in assisted tackles. That's why I specified, make sure you're selecting solo tackles on this under at 5.5. So that's your first pick, guys. Roquan Smith under 5.5 solo tackles. Then let's go back. We're going to move into Joe Burrow now. I've already got it right here under here for us. We're going to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns. So far this season, Joe Burrow has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's been extremely accurate. He's lighting it up. He's got Jamar Chase. He's got T. Higgins. Higgins, from everything I'm hearing right now, Higgins is likely to play. There's a chance he still may miss this game. He has missed the last 2 games, so there's a chance Higgins still may not play. It is a short week. He's coming in on just 4 days. Or the Bengals themselves are coming in on just 4 days rest, as are the Ravens. So T. Higgins could not play, but even if he doesn't play, I still like Joe Burrow to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I mean, look at his last few games, guys. He's got 5, 2, 1, and 2. Just one time he went under this. Joe Burrow has been absolutely on fire. If you have him on your fantasy team, good for you. I've got him on one of my teams, and I'm 8-1. Actually, this last week when Joe Burrow went off, I ended up losing because the person I was playing against had Jackson Smith and Jigma and Demarcus Robinson. Sometimes they just get lucky. Blind squirrel finds a nut. Anyways, we're not here to talk about my fantasy team. Joe Burrow, I think the graph says it all here. 4 of his last 5 games, he's gone over this number. And this is versus bottom 10 defenses. This right here is showing 11-3 against the Raiders yesterday, obviously. This is shown back on October 6th against Baltimore. This is the big one against Baltimore. So the first time they played the Ravens on October 6th, he threw for 5 passing touchdowns. That's the one I'm looking at right there. You're going to tell me that Joe Burrow's going to go out and throw 5 passing touchdowns against the Ravens earlier this year, and then he's going to come out and throw less than 2? Not happening. Joe Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns. This one is as close to a can't miss lock as you're going to get for me, in my humble opinion. If you guys think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments if you think the Ravens are absolutely going to hold him under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Yes, they did it to Bo Nix, but that's the Broncos offense, and that's Bo Nix, the rookie. So that's not Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is one of the best in the game. So that's your second pick, guys. Moving on to your third pick. You're not going to like it, I promise you, but I like the chances to hit on this third pick. And like I said, you're probably not going to like it, but it's Lamar Jackson, and it's his touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, under half a rushing touchdown. So you think of Lamar Jackson, you probably think he's a great runner. He is. He is one of the most dynamic quarterbacks we have ever seen in the history of the National Football League. Put him up there with Michael Vick. Lamar Jackson can run the football, but he's not scoring touchdowns on the ground. You see here against Dallas on September 22nd, he had a rushing touchdown, and against Buffalo on the 29th, he had a rushing touchdown. Every other game this year, he does not have a rushing touchdown. So he's not taking off in the red zone. He's not really taking off and looking to run when he's in the red zone. He's looking to throw the ball. He's looking to feed it to his receivers, and I think he showed that a lot last week against Denver. The Broncos are a man coverage team. They are the best man coverage team in the NFL. That's not opinion. That's fact based on stats. And they didn't run man coverage because they were so afraid of Lamar Jackson taking off and running it. They dropped back into zone. They tried to force him to throw from the pocket. And what did Lamar Jackson do? He sat there and he picked him apart from the pocket. Yes, he scrambled a little bit here and there, but he showed that he can pass, and he showed that that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be a passer first, runner second. Okay, so he's not running the ball as much, and he's not getting rushing touchdowns. Clearly, as you can see in this graph right here, he only has 2 games where he rushed for a touchdown, and he rushed for 1. So I'm taking Lamar Jackson under half a rushing touchdown. Get these on Sleeper, guys. You can see it's been down here this whole time. I'm talking about player props. Code worldwide. That gets you up to a $100 deposit match. Don't miss out on free money, guys. Get that money from the apps. And going back to the sportsbook side of things, it's been right here this whole video. BetMGM, guys, get on that. You're going to get up to $1,500 in free bets. $1,500 in free bets, bonus bets, I apologize, from BetMGM when you sign up with BetMGM. Use the link in the description below. That's right there for you. You don't have to go searching for the app. You don't have to type anything in on Google. There's a link right there in the description for BetMGM as well as Sleeper. Code worldwide on Sleeper. That gets you that deposit match. That's all I got for you guys. For the betting info, for the player props, that's this whole video. If you guys like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video. It helps my algorithm, boosts more people to my video so more people can join this army with us, join this channel with us. If you want to be notified of everything, all these free bets that I'm giving out, I also have a subscription where it'll get sent straight to your phone so you don't have to go looking for my videos or anything. It'll get sent right to your phone. Every YouTube video that I make like this, I send to my free subscribers so they can just get it on their phone, click the link, watch the YouTube video. Or if they don't want to watch the YouTube video that day, they just have too much going on, I'll give them a screenshot of the actual pick itself as well. So that link is in the description down below too. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. You like these props? You don't like these props? Who do you think is going to win? You think it's going to be Ravens? You think it's going to be Bengals? Like I said, I'm going to be giving out sportsbook plays to my VIPs later on in the week as I watch these lines moving. But the VIPs are hitting, guys. I already broke down the Chiefs and the Buccaneers game for you guys. Hit that -5 Chiefs. Hit the over on 43.5. A couple other notable wins that we've had over the last few weeks since football season started. We hit Rams money line on Thursday Night Football against the Vikings. Nobody thought they were going to win. All the money was on the Vikings. I watched those lines, studied those lines. Everything said Rams were going to win. Another one we hit was Jets money line last week on Thursday Night Football. Another one that nobody thought the Jets would win. Texans were 6-2. Jets were 2-6. Why would the Jets win that game? Well, because the numbers said they were going to win. And when you study lines and you study where the money's at and you study the actual teams themselves, you can figure this shit out. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm helping you guys and I created a YouTube channel to share my betting knowledge like this, to get wins for not only me, but for all you guys too. A couple more. Bama beating Georgia money line. We had that one. Another one nobody said we were going to win. Giants +5.5 versus Cowboys was another huge one for us. And that one was very controversial. A lot of people say the NFL is rigged and scripted. And that one, kind of hard to ignore the oddities in that game. But anyways, guys, just wanted to recap a few of the big VIP wins so you guys can see what type of stuff we're getting in the VIPs. You can get free for a free 3 days in the VIPs. Just use code SCRIPT. It's the same length link as the free subscription down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said before, if you like my stuff, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Hopefully you guys appreciate what I'm doing here for you, putting in all this research. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.